Hey guys, welcome to Cara's Cucina. I'm Cara Di Falco. Today I'm going to be showing you a classic Italian dessert. We're going to be making tiramisu. Great food isn't just about good ingredients and knowing how to cook, it's about telling the story of the food. So this recipe, once again, comes to us from our Italy trip, and it is pretty unique. It's really not similar to the tiramisu that we know here. It's not going to be cakey. It's much more pudding-like, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's actually raw eggs. And when I questioned the chef about using and eating the raw eggs, he kind of looked at me like I was nuts and said, eggs are pasteurized here. You guys don't have pasteurized eggs? And I said, no, we do, but they still tell you not to eat them. So it's raw egg. If that bothers you, then you'll have to find one that has a cooked egg custard for you. Now the other thing that we're going to be using, and this was rather insisted upon on our trip, are these favazzini cookies. They're a bit dissimilar from ladyfingers, which is what we normally associate with tiramisu. These are much more crispy, they're not cakey, they're very thin. You can't actually buy them in stores here, but I was able to find them online, so I'll hook you guys up in the link below in the description so you'll be able to order your favazzini. I was able to get a big package of them. I've already used a couple of boxes, so you need one of these boxes of the cookies. If you can't find them or you don't want to bother, you can of course use ladyfingers. I would maybe just let them actually sit out overnight so they maybe get not stale, but just so they have a little bit more of a crunch to them, because again, those are pretty crispy. And then we're using 3 cups of heavy cream, 2 cups of mascarpone cheese, 7 eggs that we split from 3 whole and 4 yolks. I've got some espresso that I've already brewed and allowed to cool, and a ½ cup of sugar. So, to start our tiramisu, we're going to mix together or beat together our eggs and our sugar. Now we're going to add in our mascarpone cheese as well as the cream. So we're going to beat this the same way you would as if you were making whipped cream. So we're going to continue to mix it until it fluffs up and becomes more stiff. Once we have our custard all mixed, and it does take about 10 minutes to really get it to the right texture. So again, it should look and feel like whipped cream, but because of all the other ingredients, it takes a little bit longer. So I'm gonna build our tiramisu in a Pyrex dish so you guys can kind of see the layers, but you can put it in whatever serving dish you would like. And again, just keep in mind, this does not turn out like a cake, the way we kind of think of tiramisu. You're not going to be able to slice it and pull a piece out. It's going to be more like a pudding. You're going to have to scoop it out. So you might want to make the serving dish something pretty where you can see the layers, because that might be your only option. So we're going to start with a layer of the cream as our base. And I have our favazzini there ready to go along with our espresso. So we'll get this in here. And it's so funny, the color difference because of the eggs. The eggs there, for whatever reason, are a super bright yellow orange, so the custard comes out a very creamy yellow color. Ours obviously is very white, and I think that's so interesting. So with our favazzini, we're just going to quickly, we're not going to soak them the way we think of when we do it with ladyfingers, but we're just going to really give them a quick dunk in the espresso and then layer them into our dish. So we'll cover everything in a layer of the favazzini, and then we're just going to continue in this fashion. So then we'll put another layer of the cream, favazzini, and then we'll finish with a 3rd layer of the cream. And this is going to set in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours up to overnight, and then once you're eating it, you can actually leave it in the fridge for almost a couple of days after that, and it'll hold up. So again, we're just going to cover it tightly and let this set in the fridge. After at least 2 hours in the refrigerator, dust the top of your tiramisu with cocoa powder, and again, you'll serve this just by spooning it out onto plates. That is it for this week in the Cucina. I will see you guys next time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Cara Di Falco, and of course, all of my recipes are at caradifalco.com. I'll see you guys next week. Buon appetito!